I'm here with two former legends.
Where's the bloke? It's half time. We talk to a bloke about football. Where's the bloke? Go and get the bloke, love. Come on, get the bloke, love. Where's the bloke? Where's the bloke, love? Where's the bloke? Get the bloke, love. Get the bloke. You've got to fucking die to get 3 points!
But Tottenham, it's the history of the Tottenham.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
All right. Welcome, blokes. Episode 10. No guest
Double
today.
digits.
Is this the ace?
Double digits.
This is, or how were you saying it, Ethan? You were like saying Diaz.
I was saying like Diaz.
Diaz, yeah.
Yeah, you
Dirty
made it
Diaz.
like
I'm no
a UFC fighter.
Updated the
Yeah,
intro
exactly.
song again.
Yeah, we updated the intro song again. It's even more gas now.
Even more fire.
Yeah,
sure.
T-Zale7 is just quick on the edits too. We want something in there, and he's just fucking ready. He's ready to fire them off. But yeah, week 10. Today is what, October 13th?
November.
Right?
November 13th.
Oh shit, November 13th. Fuck, I'm dumb.
This guy.
Jeez.
It's been a long day.
He's on a different calendar than us Westerners. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm on the Indian.
He's on the
lunar
OG one.
calendar.
You know, yeah, we threw in July, August. He doesn't fuck with those.
Yeah, but it's no matter what month you're in or what month you're celebrating, it's been a
is the
busy
13th.
week. It is the 13th, and it's been a busy week. We started the week with some Carabao Cup, a nice little tin pot for those of us
energy drink cup.
who need some sort of silverware to cling hope onto. And so last week I put you immediately. I fed you to the Wolves being James. Immediately last week, Ethan. So I'll take the lead this week.
All right.
You deserve it.
We went into the week as hungry. We started off Carabao Cup against Villa, the team that defeated us 3-1 on the following Sunday. So we win 4-2. It was a really boring first half. If you told me that the second half was going to be that electric based on the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't have believed you. We had goals from Martial, Rashford, Fernandez, and Scotty Too Hottie, and two beautiful assists from the star boy, the wonderkin, whatever you want to call him. He's just the second coming of the GOAT. I don't know. He's just going to be the best player of all time, Garnacho. And
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take that much stake in a midweek match against Villa, I suppose.
I mean, that ball into Scott McTominay
against Villa
was beautiful.
No, that was a beautiful ball. I'll give him that. That was even KDB-esque. They were saying so.
Yeah, that gave me every bit of hope that I needed to hang on to for the rest of the season. But like looking at the goals, I think Martial in the games he's played this year, I think he's got 4 goals. I don't know how many assists, but he fits a lot better in the Ten Hag system. He looks really good off the ball. So happy to see him net one there. What I want to also touch on is someone who's on the list of Ethan Camp's frauds, Tyrone Mings. I think you were texting me. So I was in a meeting during the game, so I didn't get to watch it live, but you were just like, Mings stinks.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a big body that, like, I don't know. He's just fucking clumsy as shit.
Wasn't he subbed on?
No, but I'm just talking in terms of, like, I don't know, like, even when Stevie G came in, he took the armband away from him. I don't think he's, like, that good. That's the thing.
No, I mean, he's had all the time in the world to be good. It's kind of just, he's done. He's pretty finished. That game said it for me. But yeah, big win for United considering the rest of the Big Six had some pretty lackluster performances. Chelsea lost to Forest. Who lost to Forest?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, Chelsea lost to City.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Lost to City.
Tottenham lost to Forest.
Tottenham lost to Forest. Arsenal lost to
Brighton. At least so they say. There was no. Can I say something about this? There was fucking no stream of it anywhere. It wasn't being broadcasted anywhere in the world. Arsenal versus Brighton. It's not like we're playing fucking Stevenage or like, I don't know, some third league ass team who doesn't have the facilities No, we're playing in an EPL facility right now, and it's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I went on my Reddit streams. There's only like 50, and I clicked on them. I was like, oh, okay. I go on the website. It's literally BT Sport. 2 guys sitting there with the live just shots, possession, fouls, or whatever, and that's it. And they're just fucking talking about it, and the timer's just ticking. That's it. That's it. I was like, this is the illegal stream I can get right now? Like,
was it? Doesn't ESPN own?
Yeah, I was gonna say ESPN Plus is Carabao Cup.
They just said fuck this game, like no one can see it, like no one's allowed to see this game.
Pretty sure it had to have been on there. I saw all the other
Chelsea
games
City was on there for sure.
It said it was being broadcasted nowhere in the world.
Oh damn! Well, maybe it was blacked
those were
out
the
in
headlines
Detroit.
coming out of it. I don't think this is a Detroit issue, sir. Za was tweeting about it. He was like, "Where the fuck can I watch this game? I can't watch this game."
Damn, I didn't know that, but yeah. So apparently,
like we were relying on supporters to like go in and like FaceTime their friend or like update. Like,
was
it's
it
madness?
at the Emirates,
and I guess BT
or
Sports at the end of the day they were showing highlights of it. So it's like, you guys are recording it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Because I saw a classy Reece Nelson run down the wing. How I used to thought Reece Nelson would play, even though he's never fucking played like that.
Yeah.
Nice little shoot down the wing. Saw us over to Nketiah. Nice little curl over the top for our first goal. But
I mean, honestly, you're sitting here complaining, but it's like it kind of did you a favor. You didn't have to watch your team lose to fucking Brighton.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. Like, how was your last game against Brighton? And was that not your first team? Like, who the fuck were we playing?
The rebuttal is to just make fun of Chelsea. It was more so just like more of like a
no. I like to watch my team. I would like to watch my team. Win, lose, or draw. I'd like to be able to see what's happening at least, and not just get.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but you lost. So big dub for United. I think they have the easier match next, and then it's Liverpool City.
Knocked a lot of people out of that tournament too. I mean, like,
yeah,
a lot of big people out. Who do you have next?
Liverpool City is going to be the next.
You guys have Burnley next.
Yes, I believe so. But Liverpool City is like 4 days after the World Cup ends.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's on the 20th. It looks.
So they play that before they play Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League will return on Boxing Day, and the Carabao Cup will return 6 days before, but 4 days after the World Cup, which will be interesting to see the state of some of these squads. I think United are sending 11 or 13 players to the World Cup. I think all of City's team is probably going to the World Cup, except for Holland.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that injuries happen,
Yeah. Oh well. I'm sure you've got something.
I like how he thinks.
I'm sure he's got something
he's
to
like,
say about injuries
No, it's just.
But what else happened?
Twinkle in his eye makes me sick. It makes me absolutely disgusted.
Well, it's his blue eyes. No Ethan Camp's best blue eyes in the world.
It's my signature.
No.
So it's certainly not the hair.
I don't know if it's so much as I don't know if it's so much a twinkle in my eyes as much as just like reality. Like, people are going to get hurt.
I don't like that you're smiling about potential injuries.
I'm not. I'm just smiling. In general, I'm a happy guy, I guess. I'm not smiling about the injuries.
I don't know what you have to be happy about, but
I'm not.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of reasons to be happy, guys, because today United beat Fulham. Had me on the edge of my seat. I won't lie, I was sweaty. Eriksen should have had a brace. He did the Antony signature, just put it just wide of the pole and absolutely miss a really great opportunity. That was really tough to watch. But there also should have been a Garnacho pen in the 76th minute. You see that play? The guy, I can't remember his name. He had like a two name last name. He took all body on Garnacho, sent him to the ground, but it didn't matter. Didn't need it. We're not Penchester United anymore. We scored good goals.
Well, I was about to say, it's like, this game, the Newcastle game, Will it ever end? Am I just gonna have to? Is this just gonna be a season of like every game? It's gonna be United fans crying. We should have had these pens. We should have had these pens. Like,
Hey, but we came out with the W.
yeah,
Garnacho just went
credit.
like
Yeah, it
insane
was
at the
nice.
end there. Scored that great goal in stoppage time for a huge 3 points. Keeps us cemented in 5th going into the break, which is, you know what? Not
Really,
mad about where we're. Not mad about where we are right now. We've had a really tough start to the season. It could have been better. We dropped some big points here and there. We're 3 points off Spurs, who will crumble. They're not good. We've already beaten them once this season. I'm not worried about them. And yeah, I think I really like where Ten Hag is. Obviously, he had a lot of money to spend in the summer, so people have a little bit more expectations of where United should be. But he's a new coach. He's got a shape up or ship out mentality. And you see him actually implementing it, right? The news broke this week about Maguire being up for sale at the end of the season. He's not eager to renew Fred's contract. He said the same thing about Donny van de Beek, saying he's either got to doesn't want to send him out on loan. He's got to figure out how to play here and fight for a spot, or I'm getting rid of him. So I think that's the tenacity in a manager that we haven't seen at United for a while. And it's refreshing. I think, the future is bright.
I think that's a very important part of being a successful manager is the willingness to cut dead weight. Like, there's a lot of people who come in and there's dead weight at the club, whether it be old players, big contracts, something like that, but they're afraid to get rid of people just because it's like how the fan base might react, how certain these pundits might react. There's too much backlash for stuff like that. So it's hard for new managers, especially like Ten Hag coming to a big club like United. I mean, Ajax is a big club, but it's not Man United. So it's more of a spotlight, and it's like can't fuck things up. So it's like you make one of those wrong decisions, that person leaves, and it's great. Then you're the scapegoat. So it's just a matter of I don't know, having that confidence to be able to get the squad you want. Almost.
Yeah, and I think we're just another one of those teams that are missing the depth to be able to compete at the high level consistently. I think once we either we're not Arsenal. We're not going to bring guys up through grassroots. So we're going to have to go buy stuff. We make so many bets on guys and one or two of them work out over 10-ish years. So we'll probably have to go bolster in the market. But I think we're getting there. I'm not mad about where we are. And, now did you guys see the news about maybe Joao Felix coming to United? You seen this?
I think that would be a big mistake. I think he's, I like to throw this term out a lot, and perhaps it's overused on my behalf, but I think he's a big fraud. I think he's very overrated. Sure, he's very technically gifted, but respectfully, what has he really done? He wasn't making Atletico a great team when he was just there. It wasn't until they added Luis Suarez that they won the league to be a true number 9, their center forward.
That's true.
I just think João Felix, it's even if you look at Atletico now, I would rather take Griezmann than
João I don't think Felix. We're going to get Griezmann. I also wonder how you would
just on age. I wouldn't.
That's good.
No, point. I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about quality. I think United would be better off signing somebody like Gakpo from PSV. That would be a much better signing to me than getting João Felix.
Yeah, I think that ship sailed.
Are you dropping Rashford? Are you not playing their boys?
Yeah, Rashford is too hit or miss.
I mean, I'm not a believer in him.
He's too much of he relies too much on having to latch on to through balls and stuff. And using his speed to create his opportunities, where I feel like Gakpo is more well-rounded as a striker and could create more opportunities from other spaces.
I always thought Joao was more of the Penandes, his.
He's just I don't know. I feel like it's just people
like a Cam. I don't want to play him up top, but he can create.
Felix, skills or something.
It'd be like a center forward with two good wingers.
Yeah, like a Raumdeuter a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like that German style forward midfield.
It's an interesting name that's been thrown out. I do think we've been missing a true number 9 for a long time, but I don't know if he fits in the Ten Hag system. And I think Ten Hag knows what the kind of players.
The problem with bringing Felix is the price tag for him is going to be far far too big for what it probably should be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ten Hag is going to be skeptical to bring in a big price tag guy now in the winter, knowing that if he can hold this fifth or potentially get top four with this squad, or by adding like maybe a couple small price tag guys, and then make the big splash in the summer.
Yeah,
I'm
always. I don't know. I'm always somewhat skeptical of spending a big price tag on like somebody who's like very young, like not very young, but like younger. You know what I mean? Because it's not necessarily like, yeah, they could turn out to be great, but they're still like, I don't know, a 24-year-old. Like
your club shares your philosophy.
Well,
find all the fucking old ass strikers, bro. They got Timo, they ruined him, they got rid of him.
At this, well, Champions League winner, neither here nor there. But go on. This is the thing you.
I mean, I don't know. That's very Chelsea of you. I was smiling when
Arsenal brought in Timo Werner and they won the Champions League. They'd be singing fucking Timo Werner's name at the Emirates for 20 years to come.
Because we wouldn't have fucking banished him and like ridiculed him, and like he probably would have been decent.
It wasn't really that we banished and ridiculed him. It's just that he felt like he would have been better in Germany. He wanted to go home. Kai Havertz is going to do the same thing. He wants to go home.
Yeah, because your team is fucked. I just thought it was funny how he was talking about getting rid of the dead weight, and you were commending him for that. And meanwhile, your owner is like, "Hey, how about that Ronaldo guy? Like kicking his tires a little bit, like pretty recently."
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Well. Good point to go to before we get into the elephant in the room, the news that just broke not too long ago. One thing I want to touch on was the Fulham fans chanting that Bruno Fernandes looks like a rat. Like, it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. Like British people telling someone else that someone else is ugly. Come on, that's not all right.
I mean,
they're notoriously the ugliest people.
I don't want to sit here. I don't
think that anyone fights them on that.
But I think it would be a bit oblivious to sit here and pretend like Bruno Fernandes doesn't look like a rat.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but I just think that you got to be like better looking than him.
Like a rat.
That's fair. There's
a lot of guys that look like rats at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
But he's just saying, don't throw stones in your whole country that is a glass house. Like Jesus Christ.
Well. I guess, but
yeah, I don't know. I would love to. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. I don't want the Brits coming after me when I'm coming over there pretty soon.
We just like those handsome Burmese folk, man. Or not Burmese. Is that our boys?
Who?
No, Botswanans.
We
like the Botswanans.
We love the Botswanans.
That's all we care about.
The most beautiful people on earth.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Botswana. We love you.
Burmese, I don't know. That was from somewhere else. Botswana, though.
Think of like pythons or something.
Yeah. To touch upon the where you were alluding, Ronaldo. So 20, 30 minutes ago, the article with Piers Morgan broke about him slandering United. Basically, the headlines were that they've made him the black sheep, that Ten Hag doesn't respect him, and that he feels betrayed by United. I'm reading some headlines here and there, he went at Rooney. He said some stuff about Fergie. I don't think in a bad light. He just went on to say that this club is not on the path that they need to be.
Falling off.
And what? He's kind of reiterating what everybody else knows. What did he think he was? He went there.
Call me devil's advocate, but he's not wrong.
No.
The only reason they signed him was because they heard that City was coming to sign him. They had no interest in bringing back Ronaldo until City was going to sign Ronaldo. This wasn't they were scouting Ronaldo for years to bring him back. It was always that would be cool. But it wasn't until this guy might go to our fucking rivals that they had to step in.
You know what? I wish he had.
He would go crazy in their system. I swear he would.
I think there was a lot of stuff that happened there. Maybe Pep started they started some rumors to get knowing United
definitely.
would bite. Like,
definitely, they're like those United idiots will fucking buy him if we just.
No, it wasn't the United idiots. They were like the fucking American idiots, the Glazers. They literally were just banking on.
They are the United idiots.
Yeah, they are the United idiots. But like, you know, they were just like, these fucking fools are gonna go out and buy him. And then like what? Like, I think Ronaldo kind of came thinking he was going to turn it around, just being the one guy on the team that just instantly turned shit around. And like,
well, I don't know if that was necessarily just Ronaldo. That was every United fan you talked to. If there was a time capsule of Twitter from that area, you would have sworn they just handed United the Champions League, the Premier League, every trophy under the sun. Because they were a striker away, and here comes big Ronaldo, club hero. But it didn't work out.
Yeah, I famously have an Instagram story that I posted where I said, run us the treble now, as soon as we announce the signing of Ronaldo.
Oh, no, buddy.
And I post it like every year now with a clown emoji, just because I'm
That's good. At least you're self-aware.
So yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, it's bad, but like, yeah, you know what? I wanted an amicable breakup. I think I said that last week. My dream was for an amicable breakup. We move on, and we sign a nice number 9 or someone, or we just bolster the club with some talent. But like, you know what? At this point, fuck him. I hope he stays in the Premier. Ruins another team.
I was gonna say I am hoping for the sloppiest, most disgusting breakup of all time. I want tears. I want burning jerseys. I want it all. Every part of it.
That's what's going to happen now. United fans are like notoriously like hooligans, for the lack of a better word. I hate using that word when talking about soccer, but like they are, and they're going to be like we're becoming the Cavs with LeBron. This is like the Cavs with LeBron.
You guys just love him so much, but he causes you so much pain. Can't live with him, can't live without him.
We brought us so much, and then he took away, and it's like, yeah.
And then he came back, and we thought it was going to be better.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm excited for him to leave and for him to suck somewhere else.
So it's safe to say that, you know, if you could hop in a time machine and change the past, you wouldn't want it to happen? You wouldn't want those couple weeks of like...
No, Ethan.
Oh, we've got Ronaldo.
I'm sure if you didn't get him, you would have gotten someone else that would have ended up way better.
Yeah, well, and you know I know where this asshole's going with this, because I remember him looking me square in the eye and saying, "I can't wait for years from now, or whenever this is all over, for all the United fans to say that they could wish they could go back and make sure it never happened," because that's where he's going with this.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
And you know what? If you didn't have that fucking Champions League fluke, you wouldn't even have anything to anchor to. You wouldn't have anything to anchor to.
Buddy, I got news for you. I've got news for you. We've won more championships than just the Champions League trophy. I got news for you, Maresh.
Since Ronaldo joined?
We won the Premier League. No, not since Ronaldo joined. I guess, whatever. Since Ronaldo joined, I didn't know we were afraid. Like, literally, like, making it that short of a window. I mean, you talk about the past decade, I've got championships coming out of my ears. Literally my ears.
All right, short-term memory though.
Double Europa Leagues, double Champions League.
I didn't know that was a championship to like brag about now.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, if United won an FA Cup, Manchester would, probably burn down. It would be the best thing since Ferguson's left.
It would be the only thing we've won. Oh, no, we won that one Europa League, right?
Oh, yeah, with Pogba and
Mourinho.
Guy loves to win trophies. What can you say?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't care, but I think a lot of people would. But yeah, you know, let's move it on over to you, Eth. Good week for you, huh?
Like what? Oh, so now we're gonna turn it into the Ethan. Look at you.
No, I'm gonna weaponize your club.
Maresh. This is Maresh. This is my favorite. I love these moments. I love when you can look and be like, "Oh, finally, we've beaten Chelsea are down. Chelsea are down. They did it when Ralph Benitez got sacked. They did it when Jose got sacked. They did it when Conte got sacked. They did it when Lampard got sacked.
So that's
it
coming out
happens
your
all the
ears
time.
too.
Yeah, you got managers for days,
Okay.
my boy.
Coming out your ears.
Okay. Yeah. It was better
More
than
easily than trophies. I
winning
don't know why
one
I remember the
trophy.
trophies.
Winning one trophy where I drew like 15 teams and lost no games with Arsene Wenger and holding on to him for 2 decades, where you finish fucking never won anything ever for the next 2 decades and played the most
Is he
boring
saying the
style of football
Invincibles
ever.
suck?
He's saying that
Chelsea's team the next year was better,
to.
so yeah.
The
Chelsea squad the next year that won was better. No, that's not high. That's a fact. They conceded 15 goals, that Chelsea team. Had more points, the most points in the Premier League of all time at the time.
Until when?
2 years
All these
ago.
teams recently have just absolutely blown them out of the water. So
okay, you tell me when a team concedes 15 goals in a 38-game season again.
To back him on that stat,
That's
Newcastle
not how games played at all anymore.
To back him on that stat through the 13 games so far.
Played?
No, like offensively, like the over-unders are way higher than they used to be. Like scoring is way up.
You let me know when a team comes even close to 15 goals conceded in a 13-game campaign. Or in a 38-game campaign.
So you're holding on to this. You're literally just making fun of Arsenal people for holding on to and literally invincible season that's never happened before.
Why would I hold on?
And you're like, the next season our defense was
2005 trophy. I've won fucking 4 Premier League since. Why would I be holding on to our first
since 2005?
Yeah.
I mean, you should, dude.
3.
You were owned by fucking a Russian oligarch, bro.
Why would I be? But I was just bringing it up in terms of against the Invincibles. I was saying they're a better team than the Invincibles.
And you won a Europa League in fucking Baku against us, and we couldn't bring Mkhitaryan because he was literally having like terroristic threats against him and shit. Like, we were trash then. I don't even know how we got there.
You arguing that Mkhitaryan was the difference maker?
No. But it was a fucking sus-ass final. And I don't even know how we got there, because that team was terrible. Our team was terrible.
I mean, our team was not that great either.
Exactly.
Ali G. Better blue than he ever was a red. Won a Europa League with Chelsea, won a Champions League with Chelsea. So, credit to him. Big up Ali G. But back to Chelsea.
We haven't left Chelsea, brother.
Yeah,
I expected them to listen. I didn't expect anything from these 2 games. It's like you go to play City, you do well enough, I guess. You hold to like the 60th minute. I mean, to be fair, we were playing Lewis Hall, who's 18. Like, it's not like we were playing our fucking starter. I mean, not that like our starters would have probably beaten them anyway, but still, we weren't. Same thing, same League Cup match for us, but it is what it is at this point. Newcastle game 1-0. I foresaw that too. At least it's just not that bad. At least it's not like 6-0 every game. Though.
Well, you said something there. You said, I don't know what I expected from these 2 games. So what about the other 4 Premier League games before that where you haven't won?
Listen, Marash, when things go downhill, they go downhill. This is the thing. Like, I'm confident enough to sit here and be like, okay, I understand things aren't good. And they're not great right now. I'm not going to try to, like, cover up like every other fucking club. I'm not going to sit here and try to fucking put Band-Aids on bullet holes. Like, we're not good. That's the bottom line. We're not good. So, like, when it's like, oh, Ethan, what do you have to say about these last 4 defeats? It's like, yeah, we're not good. I've said countlessly we're not good. Well, it's just a matter of like.
I have championships out my ears for the last decade and a half, is what you said.
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty confident it will eventually fix itself. Like, that's the thing about.
Wait a second.
Even though it's a completely different ownership system and your team's old.
I hate to do this to you, brother. Whatever. You know I love you, right? Like, I hate to do this to you. But I think like last week or the week before, we were slandering this team. I can't think of them. Oh, wait, that's right. It's the New York Yankees, a team you hate, and you hate their fans for talking about championships coming out of their ears.
Okay.
And now, oh my God, you're doing the same fucking thing.
No, question over here. There's a question over here. Is there a difference between talking about championships that like your grandparents weren't even alive about? I'm talking about championships in the past decade or two. These are very recent things, and that have shown a pattern of like what happens every single time we've won.
I think within the last 2 decades, you were better than you were within the last decade. And within the last decade, there's been a much heavier increase from foreign investment into city. I mean, York.
Okay, yeah. In terms of we went from 3 Premier League.
Now Newcastle's going to start going crazy.
No,
like Liverpool got a huge investment.
Listen. I don't know what it. I'm sorry.
Like you were ahead of the playing field, and now you are not.
We won 3 Premier Leagues 2 decades ago and 2 this decade. What are we talking about?
Why are we talking about when I was 5?
You just said the 2 decades. You said we're good in the last.
I said you were better 2 decades ago than you were 1 decade ago, and now you're not as good now. So you see what I'm saying? You're going in the wrong direction.
But there's still success from. That's an invalid point. There's still success over that time of decades. What are we talking about?
You had your most recent Champions League was highly considered one of the worst teams to have ever won the Champions League.
Okay. What the fuck?
I mean, if I was in Ethan's shoes, I'd say the same thing. Hey, it doesn't matter.
What the fuck does that
still won.
I know it doesn't matter, but I don't care about your accolades. I'm saying your team as a whole is going in the wrong direction.
You know what? Actually, we should just erase it from the history books then.
No, you keep it. You can brag on it, but like your
well,
team
in the last
wrong
decade,
direction.
if you want to count the last decade, 2012 is within the last decade too. So that's 2 Champions Leagues in the past.
I know, but buddy, you're starting
2012
to sound real.
is. What do you mean? I'm starting to sound. I'm just telling you guys. This is like.
Where are those players? How old are those players now?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm talking about your team right now and how it's declined over 20 years.
I'm telling you how it's cyclical. Am I like missing? Like I hate to.
I think where we're saying is like the cycle is now the window between the cycles ending and beginning is starting to get a little longer than it used to.
Okay, yeah, it's
and also those cycles were quick when you had Roman. We'll see about Todd.
Things could turn overnight. It's you guys are acting like Chelsea have fucking nobody.
Yeah. Who do you have?
You couldn't name a player in the combined 11 last week. Like, that's pretty bad. You're saying Reece James, who's fucking injured. Yeah, he's a star player. Sterling's very fucking good. I'll give you that. But, like, who else are you really excited about? You're out on Broha now, officially. Aubameyang sucks.
That's okay, but that's a player who has Mason Mount's still good. We still have Callum Hudson-Odoi.
He's trying. He's out of there.
Trevor Chalobah's good. Ben Chilwell.
Get out of here.
Like this is
Cucurella is really, really. He's world class.
He's top 10 hugger in the world.
I'm not saying Cucurella is good. I'm saying there's still like there's still enough to pick up the pieces of the Chelsea team. Like once, the old guys are gonna leave at some point. That's what fucking happens. The pieces are still gonna be there. They're still going to be young enough to be into the next squad. So once we change the pieces that are rotational, not rotational necessarily, that are going to expire, it's going to fill in and hopefully be fine. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is.
But what's the core that you build around?
I don't know, Marash. Maybe the core that won a fucking Champions League.
They're half of them don't even play.
Old and trash?
What do you mean?
Werner's gone. Havertz is on his way out.
Wasn't that when like Jorginho was like Ballon d'Or, like top 5 or something? Is that the year?
In Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. So he's pretty good. How do you feel about him now? Are you still a huge Jorginho guy? You like Kovac?
I am. It's just he's okay.
Conte was world class at that time. He's like fallen out of your team.
But it's like the type of midfielder he is. Like, Jorginho's not going to look great like running back on defense. He's a lot better when we're a possessive team and can control possession. But listen, Graham Potter's shit hasn't exactly been working out. That's the hope, is that one overnight it can change. And that it sounds crazy to say, but it does happen like that in football. That kind of thing just snaps on sometimes. And
I'm
it's
calling
not.
it now.
This is the thing. It's not like we're getting fucking killed by these teams. We're a counterattack away from getting a point against top of the league Arsenal. It's not like they're beating us 5-0. This isn't the end of the
You're
world.
really throwing top of the league in front of that?
I'm just saying, we're a counterattack away. We're not that far away. It's not like the sky is falling. We're not going out there and losing 6-0 to City Beat. We're not that far off.
It's like
that
when
might
someone...
be better, because then they might actually realize.
It's also
hey, we need to fucking
a couple,
turn this whole
literally
thing around.
a couple things go our way, and the season's different. It's just a matter of fucking shit's not working out right now.
A couple things go your way, and you might bump up into the Europa League places, but
it all comes around.
I don't think it's coming around. I'm calling it now.
You can't look at it in a fucking vacuum.
What do you think you're going to do?
It's a much grander
You guys got through in Champions League, right?
Yeah,
correct.
They did. They beat Leipzig. Or Salzburg. I don't know who they
forgot
drew.
who we play, actually. We have I want to say we played Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Yeah.
That was part of our prep sheet. I forgot.
Yeah, that's a fine enough draw. You see, that's the thing. Is if we can make it...
I think they could beat you.
We can win... Yeah, probably. Anybody can beat anybody, though, in the Champions League, in my opinion. That's what happened.
I think there's 14 teams you guys can't beat.
Villarreal went to the fucking semifinals last year. What are we talking about?
That was an outstanding coach.
Good evening.
Shit like that happens all the time, though.
Didn't he just dick you down last week?
Dicked me down, that's for sure.
Chelsea's it's not like Chelsea's coming out and conceding 6 goals a game. They're keeping teams relatively within check. Besides fucking 2 own goals against Brighton, that's a 2-1 game.
Am I missing something? I'm gonna put your words back on you. Last week you were saying, am I missing something where we just make up if stuff didn't happen that happened when we would be closer? That's what you're doing.
These aren't out of reach scenarios. Those are very fixable things. Yes, don't put the ball in your own net. Very fixable.
Yeah.
It's not we're I don't know. That's the thing. It's not it's not attainable.
Listen, here's my thing. I'm gonna just recap Chelsea so we can put you out of your misery. We can keep moving on here. Woof, another week. 5 EPL games winless for the first time since 2012. Joe Willock, an Arsenal boy, puts you to bed. 8th in the league going into Christmas. 15 points clear of the top. I'm calling it now. At the end of the season, Potter will be sacked. Pochettino is going to be your next coach. That is my prediction.
I don't think that would make sense in terms of ownership. I don't think that would that wouldn't make sense. If they would have sacked Tuchel mid-season to hire Potter, they would give Potter enough time. They wouldn't just reactionary sack Potter at the end of the year, taking over what they would have considered a team so calamitous that they would sack their manager. You're not going to go from a situation where you're considering sacking your manager to being top of the world, unless you are, I guess, Chelsea, and then you sack your manager and win the Champions League like they've done twice. But
I don't think that's happening this year. But we'll see.
Probably
Arsenal. Arsenal this week.
Leeds fire their coach after he won?
I
think it was the following year.
Bielsa?
If I'm not mistaken. Or no, Leicester. Excuse me. In the Leicester year.
Brendan Rodgers.
Claudio Ranieri? Ranieri? Yeah, but that's the thing.
But that's great. Dude, Chelsea, you literally brought a whole team from nothing to one, and then
okay, but if
I don't know, it's a big league.
Soccer, football's the cruelest sport of them all in terms of sacking coaches.
Exactly. So they could easily sack Potter.
No, but I don't think they will. They sacked Ranieri after a very bad run of form after winning the league. They were very bad at one point, and they sacked him and brought in Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got some other bigger players fleeced though.
There's no okay. My thing about it is there's no reason to sack Potter unless they have somebody in mind.
Okay.
We'll
Like
see
they
what
won't
happens.
just sack Potter and like appoint an interim manager for no reason. Like they won't like sack him and be like, "Hey, assistant coach, you're the manager."
Yeah,
that won't happen. That would just be. I mean, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
but sacking Tuchel was ridiculous, and here we are.
Maybe you just don't know your owner yet. I mean, it would be ridiculous under Roman. Maybe you just never did that. But now, maybe this boy Bowley is firing from the hip.
Listen, it's going to be a bumpy process. Rome wasn't built in a day. I didn't expect this ownership to be successful overnight. It is what it is.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Moving on, Arsenal this week, commanding 2-0 win versus relegation Wolves. They are now 5 points clear at the top with after 13 games. They have failed to win the league the last 5 times that they were on top at Christmas. Do they have enough quality in this squad to win the league, or are they going to have to buy in order to compete with potentially the deepest team, the deepest club we've ever seen?
Okay. I'm obviously starting this one off because this is an Arsenal question. You said by Christmas. That is the dumbest misleading stat of all time because we're taking a World Cup break right now and we've only played like 13 games.
It's where we are,
what
man.
I get what you're saying.
Well, where we are.
I get what you're saying, but that's normally like actually halfway through the season instead of a third.
Don't hate me, hate Qatar.
So I get what you're saying, but it is very fucking misleading at the end of the day.
Last time Arsenal could have won the league, they let Leicester City win it. Just a fun fact.
I mean, where were you? You let Leicester City win the league too. Get the fuck off my back. That was the last time I did decently in this league. Okay,
we won the league the year after, the literal year.
Yeah,
after.
okay.
And we won
my team's been shit.
League. Eden Hazard won Leicester City that league, so people forget that too.
Okay. The bigger news here on the week isn't that Arsenal won; it's that Man City lost.
Dude, that was a wild game. Ivan Toney revenge tour started officially. Now we have to wait before we see the rest of it.
I mean, you guys are having all this trouble with fucking Brentford, man.
Dude, Brentford is a quality squad.
Brentford, I sat here at night looking at the betting lines, and I was like, I just know Brentford are going to be fucking ratty this game because they are ratty. Like, they don't necessarily give up a lot of goals, I feel like, unless no, that was Forest who lost 9-1 to Liverpool. But
yeah, that's Forest.
And they have enough, like Ivan Toney's quality enough to score you a couple goals on the counter attack and just win you the game, get you 3 points. That's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, first game of the year last season.
But aside from that, my question was, do they have to buy during this window, and who should they buy?
We're putting in. I think we put in a $52 million or £1 million offer for the
Ukrainian kid, Mudryk.
Yeah, the Ukrainian kid from Shakhtar. He's been going crazy. We were trying to buy him in the summer, but it just didn't go through. So I think that was only like 35, and maybe they wanted more. But he's been going absolutely insane in the Champions League. I think he scored a worldie a couple weeks ago. But
is he like a win now player?
I don't really fucking know. I think he's more just kind of filling in, kind of be like another flex. Kind of could play winger, like if Martinelli is out or Saka's out or they need to rest or something, or like fill in with Odegaard. So yeah, I think he's more of like a flex attacker somewhere across.
Maresh, I have a question. Last week you said something along the lines to me of, what am I going to do when Arsenal starts spending money? And in this past week I've been thinking, and I've reached a conclusion, have they not spent money? Question mark.
Not as much as you.
Like, have they not spent money on their team?
No, we have recently in the last.
I think they have, right?
But the last big seasons. Ben White's a £50 million defender. Gabby Jesus wasn't free. Odegaard wasn't free. Partey wasn't free.
Vardy was like 30.
Saliba wasn't free.
He was 30. He was like 25 or 30, like 2 or 3 years ago, bro. Like that's been.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what am I going to do when they start spending money? I think they have spent money.
There was plenty of seasons where we were not spending money. We were not spending any money at all. And the Cronkies have recently just started getting interested in like actually tossing bread at us.
But I think there's going to be an overwhelming amount of, not an overwhelming, there's going to be more players that are interested in experimenting with coming to Arsenal now. Before they wouldn't take the leap of faith, but like guys like Saliba, they weren't
Europa
getting
League. We were fucking finishing 8th. They're not going to.
I know, but like,
us.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. To Ethan's point, like now if they're a top 4 team with so many youngsters, they're going to get people who want to come.
No, I get that. I get the appeal, but more so, my point is that they have signed players. Like almost all of the source of their success are from.
We haven't like
players.
Stolen anything. We can't steal anything from anyone though. Like we're not competing with like.
I mean, to be
Man
fair,
City, like even Man U, Liverpool, like they sign more.
There are a handful of clubs in the world who have a pull like that, though.
But we should. We have the monetary. We have the monetary pull. We have it sitting in our bank.
No, but I literally mean there's 5 clubs,
and we had previously.
There's 5 clubs in the world who have that pull right now, and maybe not even Liverpool right now. I would say it's like City, Madrid, Barca, Bayern, but
like Liverpool's like first in line to sign Jude. I don't think we could do that. Like we're not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like Liverpool, Man City, Man U have the biggest, and then it's Chelsea. I think because you guys.
I guess, but I don't think
you guys steal
necessarily finishing top 4 gives you that automatically because like Spurs.
We lose out on players because they want to play Champions League.
Draw. No, but like
and we
Spurs
haven't been
aren't
Champions
like
League in 6 years.
It's like teams like Spurs aren't a big draw. Chelsea aren't like a team that has
Spurs have been in the Champions League.
No, but I'm saying they don't have the same pull as.
No, I know,
those
dude. Spurs is fucking
people.
tin pot. I don't compare me to them. That is embarrassing.
Well, but I'm saying like Champions League spots don't automatically guarantee you like that. Like you don't still have the most.
We don't
pull,
need. We're
like trust me, I went
stronger.
through it this fucking summer, James. Nobody went through it more than this summer than me. Watching Barcelona literally sign everybody we were talking to. If we breathe in the same room as somebody, Barcelona fucking signed them.
Top of the league.
I mean, well, we wanted Rafinha, you wanted Rafinha, Barcelona wanted Rafinha, Barcelona got Rafinha. We wanted Martinez, Man U wanted Martinez, Man U got Martinez. Like,
the
you know what I'm saying?
Jules Koundé,
the pull on
like we got
Martinez
our 2 we got Zinchenko, we got Jesus, but that's because they got fucking better players at Man City and they just left and came to us because they knew. I think
for Arteta.
They already knew Arteta. Yeah. They just literally because Arteta.
You said something about Jesus. Big debate going on in the internet about Darwin Nunez versus Jesus. Even on goals, but with Nunez having 600 minutes less minutes played, I still would rather have Jesus on my team. The stuff he does off the ball is
I'm taking Jesus.
Much more valuable than Nunez. Nunez is selfish. I don't know. Ethan looks like you'd take Nunez.
No, that was just more so me thinking. I don't think it's as black and white as that. I think it's a lot dependent on what type of team you're bringing them into.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
But yeah,
I mean, it was also how much did they spend on Nunez? Like £85 million.
No, but I would say, I don't know. Like
Benfica thought they could sell him for like 45.
Yeah, well, now they have that new guy who's at Benfica who's like insane as well that they're going to sell for some insane amount of money.
That's what they do. Ajax was doing that, and you stole Ten Hag, so we'll see if Ajax keeps bumping them out. But no, Gabi Jesus, I don't know how much Arsenal you guys watched over the last few years, but no one could hold, a press, hold a pass that was tossed up there. Well, Aubameyang, he was all right. He had a few moments where he kind of did a little bit up there, but it was
He's not
literally
much of a
nothing
hold-up
like this.
striker, though.
He's not, but they respect him. Like, they respect his speed. They respect his dribbling. Like, he spaces them out much more.
Yeah,
and
but,
he's
like,
on the press. He's on the press on defense much more than anyone else has been.
I just think
besides, like, Nketiah in the 80th to 90th minute when he gets subbed on.
Like, Jesus is just good at it all. Whereas, like, if you compare Aubameyang was just more so, like, more of a pace merchant, more of, like, get onto balls and, like, dribble past guys.
He played his best games at left wing still.
Whereas, like, and then you view it against another Arsenal striker like Giroud, who's, like, a complete opposite of that. It is, like, post you
gross.
up, play with his back to goal, get in the center of the box, get in the mixer, hope he gets on the end of crosses. But, like, Jesus is kind of, like, the mix of that. It's, like, combining the hold-up striker play with the combination of in behind, and he's very talented on the ball.
Yeah, he's very gifted. I mean, some of the dribbling moves he does to just kind of dice through guys. I'm like, oh, like I just get so excited with him.
Jesus would be a better
all
fit.
Swedish, no finish.
Like, Jesus
I mean, yeah, fair. He's missed a lot of open chances.
Jesus would be a better fit for Liverpool than Nunez would, in my opinion. But that's not to say Nunez isn't
just better.
That's not to say Jesus is better per se. It's more so to say, like, I think it would be more beneficial to be in that system for him.
I think it's funny the moving of the goalposts. People have gone from like, oh, Nunez Haaland to like, Nunez Jesus, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Nunez Haaland only happened because Nunez got such a big price tag attached to him.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It wasn't necessarily because people were watching a lot of Darwin Nunez.
Yeah. Moving on, we'll do the I've got some more wild headlines from this week.
Oh, nice.
I think these are more going to be like questions based because I like to make it trivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with the first one. This player has won 9 major championships in the last 11 seasons. Which player is it?
I think I know, honestly.
9
Are you giving a guess, Ethan?
Like Mane or something? I don't know. Like, it has to be
Gareth.
Not Mane.
It is Gareth Bale. The only seasons he won nothing were with the Tottenham.
It is the history of the Tottenham.
I forgot how much I liked that clip until you sent it the other day.
Oh, yeah. That's a beautiful clip.
All right. Eriksen scored his first United goal against Fulham today, which makes him the first Danish player to score for United since who?
You've stumped me. Peter Schmeichel.
You're going to guess a keeper.
Yeah, punt. I'm going to guess a punt. It's the only other Danish player I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, no.
I don't.
No.
Busted my ears on that one.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Dane. I don't have one.
It was Peter Schmeichel for Roder Volgograd in the Champions League.
Oh, my gosh.
I was pretty surprised reading that.
Awesome.
The brain on this fucking guy is unbelievable.
It's the only Danish guy I think who's played for United since
That's the only Danish fucking player. I almost said fucking when I said I almost said Daley Blind, but then I was like, no, he's Dutch.
Yeah,
no,
good
he's
call.
just very Dutch.
Final one. This player has scored 39% or more goals for their club in a season 3 times since 2000. Which player?
Has the team been like in the EPL that whole time? Is this?
No, it hasn't been in the EP. Hasn't been. It's been 3 separate.
Any league?
It can be any league.
Is it Ronaldo?
3 times since 2000.
He scored 39% or more of his club's goals.
I'm gonna say Zlatan.
It is CR7, yes. In 07 and 08 for United, he scored 39% of the club's goals. In 2019-2020, he scored 41% of Juventus's clubs in all competitions. And then in
Did he ever?
14-15,
I was gonna say
41% of Real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I said CR7 is because I was thinking like there were so many seasons at Madrid where he just was scoring so many goals, like so many goals.
I think he went for
like,
60
right,
or something, or 63, his
yeah,
highest ever.
Exactly. So it's like, all right, well, I'll take a shot in the dark here.
Yeah. Which, considering like some of the talent they had on that Madrid team, 41% of the club's goals in all competitions is insanity.
Well, that was kind of before. I mean, like Benzema really came into his own as a striker. Like, he wasn't really as prolific a goal scorer when Ronaldo was around.
That's true. He wasn't a Ballon d'Or.
So,
even like look.
No.
All right.
I used to think he was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I did too.
Until pretty recently.
I had a interesting little news thing. I don't have a question form, but it was related to your Villa game the other day, Marash. Leon Bailey. Did you see that all 4 of his Premier League goals were scored under different managers?
Oh shit! So Stevie G, Unai Emery, and then 2 before them.
Yeah. So I think he had 2 goals like last year, then the 2 this year, both been like different managers. Damn. But it was pretty spooky to look at. Like, damn, this guy is like the harbinger.
He doesn't he? No, I'm thinking of who's the Dave. I'm thinking of David Neres. He smokes a bunch of pot. He's like always high.
Do you guys think Danny Ings is good?
I think he looks like a Hell's Angel on the pitch, but
no. Well, first of all,
I think he was good. I think he was good on what? He's at Southampton before.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who gets into like tries to buy some Charlie off a guy at the pub and ends up in a K-hole on accident. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, you know what? I don't think he's good. I think his time's come. There was the Danny Ings like season, and then he got very highly rated. I think he went to Villa and got some bag, and then
I only ask because I feel like every time Danny Ings scores, he scored a brace today against
Brighton.
Who the fuck were they playing? Brighton, yeah. And every time it's just like, I don't think Danny Ings is that good. Like, they paid, what, £30 million for him or something like that?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't think he's that good.
I don't disagree. I don't think I rate him very highly. He missed the England squad. I don't think that was by coincidence.
No, I don't think that's very shocking.
Tony missed too, right?
I think he had that good season.
Tony was kind of dealing with an injury right before. I'm not saying that's why he missed, but
wait,
just scored a brace against City.
Yeah, talking about that. So Madison picked up that hamstring injury the other day in the Leicester game. If a player gets hurt before the start of the World Cup, does the country get to replace him, or do they have to bring him?
I think there's something about it. I think you can replace him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay. Well, that is a great segue into our last segment here. We want to talk final groups that we haven't spoken about for the World Cup. We have got groups G and Group H are our final 2 groups. So far, I think we've picked Netherlands and Senegal from Group A. Mm-hmm. Did we pick England, USA from B, or did we pick Wales?
I went England, USA there. I think you went the same.
Yeah, James, agree.
And then the next 4 were hectic.
Yeah, Group C was like Argentina, and then it was a big debate between for number 2.
Mexico or Poland. Yeah.
Mexico or Poland.
I think Mexico.
I think I took Poland.
Some the deciding vote here.
Oh, you can be whatever you want to be.
Let's go Mexico because their jerseys are cool.
All right, that's fair. That's a good way to rate quality. Yeah. The next group would be Group D, France and Denmark. I think I went. Or sorry, yeah, I went France Denmark. I think we all agreed there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Group E was a very hectic conversation. The one we agreed on was Germany. The point of contention was Spain or Japan.
Listen, I
think I ended up going to eat. Yeah, I went to the dark side
with many takes in my life. With many takes in my life, I've already found myself fighting this tooth and nail with random people, like just like in random conversation, me saying Spain sucks, them starting to just name a bunch of random Spanish players, like it changes my opinion or something. Like I don't
just
know
random guys in the last 20 years that won stuff that doesn't matter anymore, as if it's like irrelevant.
Listen, no, it's not even that. They just start naming players like as if that's.
No, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I see them. I get it. Obviously, I get the fucking like just naming a bunch of fucking Spanish players isn't going to change my mind. Like that's everybody's
it's
always
like naming the trophies coming out of your ears. 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, why do we play the sport? Is to win trophies. So it's like signs of my success. And signs that I know that.
Get on with it. Who you went Japan, right?
Yeah.
And,
he went Japan. I think I'm
Spain.
just going straight on this.
Yeah, Germany, Spain. That's the fair pick. I think I went to the dark side with Ethan. I'm going to go Japan, Germany. And then Group F, we went
Japan, Germany, back again. Yeah. Oh, good.
Jeez, that got dark. Then Group F, Belgium and Croatia.
I just picked up on that. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez.
Group F, Belgium. And then I think we all went Croatia because we were under the impression that Dua Lipa was Croatian, but she's in fact not.
Yeah. So she's not. So I got to do some research.
Well, I had gone Canada initially.
Oh yeah, because you wanted broken heart David.
Alphonso Davies.
Oh, Alphonso. Yeah.
Well, and then I was reminded of Drake, and then it,
True.
I'm sticking with Belgium, Croatia here.
Croatia's team, I'm looking at them right now. They're pretty fucking solid. There's a lot of guys on all the big teams throughout Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, you got all the ditches.
Very good center of the park. Very
Modric,
good center of the park.
Kovacic will be solid in the center.
Perisic on the wing.
Yeah, they got Perisic. They got Kramaric from Hoffenheim. He's pretty solid.
Rakitic.
Yeah. I forget he plays now that he left.
Playing.
Oh, no?
I don't think he's in their squad. I believe he retired from there.
So for him.
I said that last episode, and I looked like a fool when the squad came out like the next day.
Happens.
It's all right, though.
All right, so Belgium, Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that brings us to Group G, which is going to be Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Yep. Well, I
think Cameroon get a bunch of new signings this summer.
Cameroon. What was the thing you sent us? You sent us something about Cameroon, or you tweeted something.
Oh yeah, that was Samuel Eto'o. He was saying it was like Cameroon versus someone in the final. He had some dumbass take, and I said he was listening to Ethan. I was like, yeah, this guy's probably just listening to what
Samuel Eto'o, the first Chelsea player to score a hat trick.
Oh, here we go. He always makes it about himself. Always makes it about
himself.
I'm
just saying Samuel Eto'o, I believe, first Chelsea player.
He never played for Inter.
It said Cameroon will win the World Cup against Morocco. And, like, if you want to call Cameroon the winner, fine. But he called Morocco's, like, the semis.
He's big on the
semifinalists. He's a big AFCON guy.
The conditions of Qatar favor the African teams. They just do.
You're not wrong. Then if we're judging it based on that, Qatar or Iran should be the
Saudi
final.
Arabia.
Listen. Nobody over the.
All right, take Senegal out of mine and put Qatar in Group A. Mane's out. So
he said he's playing.
He made the squad.
Oh, he's playing.
Mane made the squad.
Okay, bet. I'm sorry. I'm keeping Senegal.
Well, the thing, Iran has like some of the best stats from qualifying. Like, sure, they don't play the greatest teams in qualifying, but they have like some of the best pressing stats.
Yeah,
some of the best
they got breast pressing stats.
Oh, Damn.
We're gonna make fun of Ethan because he can fucking fumble over his words because his brain works at a fucking 1,000
The next
miles
word you
per
said was
minute.
pressing. I had to laugh at that, man. Come on.
I start fumbling over words. I'm like a dog chasing a car. I don't know, when to stop, type of thing.
Okay.
Was
it's okay. It's okay.
No, Iran might have to get rid of their striker because he did something bad. And he's like one of their better players. I was looking at their squad today.
Let's not say anything else about that.
Yeah, I was looking at their squad today, and I was like, it's very rare I look at a World Cup squad, and I don't know a single fucking name.
Taremi,
But I look at
is the only player I know. And he plays for Porto.
How do you know this?
Taremi plays for Porto.
Okay, fair play.
I watch enough Champions League.
Yeah. All right, so who are you picking in Group G? I'm obviously Brazil to win the group.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's hard
it's Cameroon
to
too. Brazil. Or James, you gonna back Granit Xhaka?
Yeah, I got to. The captain.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Swiss too.
Yeah, he's had some. His form's been up. He's been playing a season of his life right now.
I think without Mikel, he loses it all.
He used to always play better for Swiss than he did for Arsenal, but hey.
They knocked France out of the fucking Euros.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Is Shaqiri still playing?
Oh, no chance. Actually, he might have, because I think he has new hair.
Yeah, him,
Zachariah. As soon as he joined Liverpool, he just got a bunch of hair.
Love that for him.
They have a good striker.
It's something about the Merseyside air. You just grow a bunch of hair.
They got Akanji. They got Jan Sommer. That's nice.
Isn't that?
Yeah, they got Shaqiri. Shaqiri's playing. They got Briel and Bolo. I used to think he was going to be so sick, bro.
See, I think Cameroon finished
and all the
FIFA
Wonder Kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon.
Whoa. Hold on.
I'm going Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia. But Samuel Eto'o said they're going to the final, so.
Isn't Mitrovic Serbian?
Correct. But he might be hurt.
Milinkovic Savic?
Yeah, the Serbians have some sneaky players. Milinkovic Savic, Luka.
I think Brazil is easily going to win.
In third.
I think Brazil easily wins, but I think that battle for second is very difficult.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just taking my boy Jack.
I'm going to go Cameroon. I don't know a single... Who's their best player?
He comes in from right field with Cameroon. Emmanuel.
Cameroon weren't that great in the AFCON, if I remember correctly.
Now you're scaring me. We're going with the chocolate. Switzerland.
All right.
Final pick.
I was like, Maresh.
Who doesn't enjoy... James, I'm glad you said something because that's immediately where my mind went to.
Choupo-Moting, Bayern Munich striker is Cameroonian.
There you go.
He's scoring a shit ton of good.
Wait. I'm missing the joke.
And Coco Ikambi. You said I'm going with the chocolates, and I don't need to explain it.
Oh, okay. I said I'm going with the chocolate. Switzerland.
Yeah.
Swiss chocolate.
Toblerones, obviously.
Okay, sorry. I'll put it in terms that you white guys know. Foreign bank accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, you fucking shady fuckers.
So they got Carl Toko Ekambi from Lyon.
Oh, he's a baller in FIFA. He always gets like a rare card.
They got Onana, the goalie from Milan as well.
Oh, Andre Onana.
Yeah.
Not
bad. Pretty good.
I'm gonna segue us into Group H because I've got some takes.
Oh, this is an insane group, actually.
I've got some takes.
He's picking Portugal to come on fourth. I already know.
I think the Portuguese are right up there in terms of fraud with the fucking Spanish. They share the same border. They're coming in third. Give me the Uruguayans to win, the South Koreans to come in second, then Portugal, then Ghana.
Oh man, how rich that would be to watch the mighty CR7 fail to get out of the group stages.
South Korea South Korea knocked out Germany last time.
They knocked Germany out, yeah.
Game. They
Portugal looked like shit in the Euros too this last year, right?
They did. CR7's checked out. Ruben Diaz
Penandes
hasn't been
is
playing
only
as
good.
Felix
much.
is probably leaving his club.
Yeah, you know what?
Jota is
Renato Sanchez, who was like I think young player of the tournament, didn't even make the fucking team this year.
Yeah.
Because he went to PSG and he's just fucking.
I know, but isn't that
bumming
crazy?
us.
Like young player of the World Cup is just like, nah, not in the squad.
Yeah. Ghana's not
Uruguay's
bad either.
Uruguay's Valverde though, right?
Yeah, I think Uruguay's a dark horse.
They are gonna have a good center of the park. Oh my god, who's their other center midfielder? I can't think of it right now.
Google it, bro.
I was sending some texts out about Uruguay this week. They're gonna have Darwin Núñez and Luis Suarez.
Who do you send these texts
out to? Such a funny
to?
thing to say. I've been sending some texts out
Who
about.
Who are you sending these texts
about Uruguay this week?
Listen, man. When you're
they got Lucas Torreira, former Arsenal boy.
No, I'm thinking of someone else.
Valverde, Bentancur.
Bentancur is who I'm thinking of. Spurs.
De La Cruz. They got Luis Suarez, Darwin Núñez.
But Luis Suarez
Torres,
and Darwin Núñez is
Edinson
as good.
Cavani.
People like to shit on Darwin
They got
Núñez,
Palestri.
but that's as good as a strike partnership as you're going to get in international football. Luis Suarez
and they've got
Cavani too,
dude, and they've got Cavani. Yeah, that was what
they
I
got
was
Palestri.
And their defense is solid. They're going to have Diego Godin, who's a bit older now, but he's still rock solid. They're going to have
and they have Arujo, yeah. Big ass
Jose
dude.
Jimenez.
I think they're my dark horse to win the World Cup.
Pretty decent. Not a bad squad.
I
think about that.
They're a solid team, and that engine room in the center of the park is going to be a big driving factor.
It's as good as it gets at this tournament, yeah.
As good as it gets. And that strike partnership, that's very, very good.
I'm going with Ethan. I'm going with Ethan too. I don't think Portugal comes out of this.
I'm going with Ethan.
Damn it, he came in hot.
Damn, this guy's convincing.
South Korea too.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, South Korea. They're in.
Fuck it, let's ride it. Should we place a bloke's bet on it?
On
Portugal to not make. Yeah.
If you guys can bet that future, I'll chip in on that.
You for sure can. For sure can.
We should do combined bets. I was looking at
Spain to get eliminated.
We should do combined bets on all of the groups that we agreed on the prediction for.
Yeah. I've been honestly contemplating
because it's a parlay, and then we can. I think that would be fun.
I've been thinking of betting USA to win the group. Call me crazy,
brother. We told you to lay off the drugs again, but
damn, there's a bottom of group future. That's fucking aggressive.
Portugal.
And it's fun.
Portugal bottom of the group is plus 2,000.
Oh, I think we got to take it.
No, Ghana.
I think we might have to. Spain bottom of the group is plus 4,000.
Ghana's bad.
Ghana's bad,
isn't that
man.
Partey?
They were not
Who
good.
else?
They were not good in the AFCON. They were not good.
How much AFCON do you watch, bro?
As much as fucking Samuel Eto'o, apparently.
Again, nobody was more in the weeds on AFCON than I was.
What do you mean? This is
no one else.
Were you man on the ground? Were you fucking man in the streets?
I was. Nobody knows
man
more
on the
about
dirt
the
path
than Ethan does.
My God.
Zambia, the Gambia, all the EAs. I would fucking everything.
Namibia.
Fucking Senegal beating Egypt in the final.
Was that you with the laser pointer?
I don't know. Why are you so out on Ghana?
It was him.
They're just not good. They don't have their quality in teams. They were good in 2006 and 2010, but that's because they had world-class fucking players. There's nobody.
They have Inaki Williams now. He renounced his Spanish.
He's no longer Spanish.
No, he's gone.
But
Ghana.
He's not. He's
a disruptor.
Their center of the park used to be fucking crushers for them. It would
I'll give you that. Now
Kevin
it's just
Prince
Partey.
Boateng, fucking Asamoah Jean,
Just Partey.
Michael Essien. Like these guys were crushers in the center of their park. They
I
had
don't know a
top of the
single
world
one of their
fucking
defense. Oh, they've got
players in their
Tariq
squad.
Lamptey.
Yeah,
They got
He's
Lamptey
got
from
he's
Brighton.
Uruguay, South Korea to go through is plus 1,200.
I think let's fucking take that, boys.
So that Portugal could still be third, but plus 1,200 on that.
I like that. That's pretty
Is that
tasty.
like exact finish Uruguay? South Korea
No. We can
Just
do
to
that though if
qualify?
we want to do that too.
All
If
right,
we want
so
to go
that,
straight that way, it's plus 16 Uruguay.
that rounds up groups G and H. So we went Brazil, Switzerland, and Portugal, South Korea.
No, not Portugal.
Or sorry, not Portugal. Uruguay, South Korea.
No,
Yeah. Sorry, we don't fuck with Portugal whatsoever.
No.
Ethan, if Spain makes it through, I have a Spain jersey from the last World Cup. You must wear it.
I
for like
must wear it.
You will have to wear it for like a week straight. I'll get the camp man sewed onto.
Listen, by all means, they should make it through. On paper, everything, by the players they have in their squad, by the teams they'll be facing in their group, they should make it through, no problem.
What's our choice in that group? What is it? Japan.
Japan? We're the blokes divided there. It's Germany's the one.
Divided.
We're divided on Spain,
right.
Japan.
I mean, I took Spain, but I mean, I could still maybe think I could be convinced.
All
Germans,
right,
man. The Germans get my blood boiling. Like every time I look at that.
Do we want to talk about that squad, boys? That squad is insane.
The German squad?
Yeah, our boy Cam Man just threw a future on him, did he not?
I did.
Yeah, he picked
Mine on USA for no fucking reason. What was that? What was that?
$5 to win like $300.
You were just saying we're gonna get no points and score no goals.
That's where you run into problems with my brain. I just start thinking about stuff. I think about every possibility, and I dwell on these possibilities so much. Like I sit for a week, and I'm like, "Oh, we're getting no points," and I accept it as reality. Then the brain
and then you
starts
saw
going,
our
and it's
squad,
like,
and you're like, "We're gonna win."
The brain starts going, and it's like, England have no real creativity in their squad. It's going to be a boring fucking game. We're counterattack.
Yeah, Reece James is in there.
We're
best player in England.
No, they have no creativity in their fucking.
I'm just joking around. Yeah, Saka's fucking class.
I just think
you got Saka, Harry Kane, who orchestrates everything for Tottenham. He's the puppet master.
Harry Kane's not getting the service he needs for England. He's not
don't serve him at all. Fuck him.
But like when he doesn't get service,
Saka, Sterling, they've got it,
bruh.
Sterling's
fuck out of here with that.
Sterling's better for fucking.
I don't want to get into. I know I said they'd get no points, and I know I'm saying they're going to win the World Cup. I know it's very polarizing.
Germany, crazy squad.
This time next week, we will be able to talk about the first matches of the World Cup.
Yes, sir.
I'll actually be I'll be behind enemy lines. I'll be in London for the USA England game on Black
Are you going to be repping US?
I ain't trying to get kicked around by no blokes, mate.
You need to get a bloke's hat and just rock it.
Dude, if we had a bigger following, I've been trying to figure out how to make new era blokes hats. Those would be so gas with our logo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Those would be fire. Some nice fitteds with
gray
underbrim.
But yeah, Germany did not make the mistake of leaving Sané home. They got Musiala, Sané, Müller, Gnabry.
I didn't think they were going to make any mistakes.
Mukoko.
Their
left
issue
home last time.
Their issue is they don't have a striker, and they're running Kai Havertz as their number 9.
I think Kai Havertz is serviceable enough. Even in that
Musiala's been playing striker for Bayern, and they have
and they also have
no. Give my fucking man his flowers. Choupo-Moting has been playing striker.
Okay, yeah.
But Lukaku, 17 years old for Dortmund, he's disgusting.
He's sick.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about their 3 starting goalkeepers, Neuer, Trapp, Ter Stegen.
Kai Havertz is quality.
Oh yeah, Götze. That was a big news.
He got it. He's been playing well for Frankfurt.
Yeah, Goretzka. They got Gundogan. Rudiger, your boy.
Oh God.
You guys, I went to see a movie yesterday, The Banshees of Inisherin. And there was an ad for a movie that's coming up with Gerard Butler. It is arguably one of the worst looking movies I've ever seen. it's about this plane crash. It lands in like this really bad part of like kind of near the Philippines, but in a part of it where like, you know, they say that even the Filipino government won't go there because it's overrun by like militia.
Okay.
And you'll never guess what the name of this movie is.
Down.
It's literally called Plane.
Plane. Pretty plain name. Yeah.
I could not stop laughing after it was over, and
no.
people were like looking at me, being like, "Are you fucking kidding?"
They're like, "What's this guy on?" You're like, "Did you guys not watch that fucking advertisement?"
It's like, dude, I gotta see Plane.
Like, bro, have you heard about Plane?
Speaking of movies, I don't know if you guys are big UFC people, but I was watching UFC last night. Adesanya versus Pereira. I was supposed to be there. Fun fact, didn't end up getting tickets. Neither here nor there. But
it's a great story.
Kamaru Usman. Speaking of movies, did you guys know he's in the new Black Panther? Kind of wild, no?
Oh, I was gonna go see that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wild.
I was unaware, but that was quite the fight last night. I do.
Yeah, Molly Meatball down. Ethan, share your fun fact with James.
Shout out, Danbury, Connecticut. Alex Pereira, 203, represent. What's my fun fact, Maresh?
That was your fun fact.
What does that mean?
Alex Pereira, the guy who won last night, fights out in Connecticut.
Okay.
Fights out in Connecticut, town right next to me.
Okay,
Credit
cool.
to him and Glover Teixeira.
Nice, local gym guy.
Local gym guys. I know a couple people who train at his
smacked him with a towel a few times.
Ash catcher looking ass.
Yeah, a couple of my friends.
He's the local gym leader from the town.
Posting
from the town over.
Of it. Yeah, you gotta go with the fucking 40-year-old. Fun fact: Danbury, Connecticut, second highest population of Brazilians in America for a city or something like that.
Fun fact: I just figured out fucking Minneapolis, St. Paul has a shit ton of Somalians.
So
really?
So does Columbus,
There's
Ohio.
42,000 Somalians. Somali-born.
Are they like refugees?
St. Paul. I have no idea, but why would you go to Minneapolis, St. Paul?
I was gonna say, what a fucking dog shit.
From Somalia to Minneapolis?
They're like, hey, you're refugee.
And in Dearborn, there's the largest concentration of Arabs outside of the Middle East. It's like,
yeah, you guys have like some of the best like Middle Eastern food in Dearborn.
Yeah, Dearborn's literally fucking huge. It's all Arabs, all sorts. It's like, that's cool, but like, why is it right here? Like, I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. And the whole world outside of the Middle East is literally like 30 minutes away, just southern Detroit. Like, all right.
All right. Great episode 10. Follow us on socials. And
episode Diaz.
Episode Ethan, what's 11 in Spanish?
Once.
Episode once next Sunday.
You thought
World Cup recap.
You thought you were going to get me there.
I did. You say Diaz. How would I not think I was going to get the guy who says Diaz?
Well, that's more so. Just I have too much information in my brain at this point.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next week.
I'm here with two former legends.
Where's the bloke? It's half time. We talk to a bloke about football. Where's the bloke?